The 2012 Norwest Polecats are proudly brought to you by the Castle Hill Tavern, RE Motors, Gramo Homes, the Taggart Group, Rover Media, University of Western Sydney Narimba Campus, C2K Fitness and Aquatic Centres, the Outback Steakhouse Park Lee, Cook's Plumbing Supplies, Peter Kelly Flooring, the Costy's Fish Market, and the Hillshire Times.
Welcome to the 2012 New South Wales Tertiary Rugby League First Grade Grand Final. Today with me right now I have two of the stars of the first grade, Kareem Amara and Ryan Smith. Now, Jippo, how do you think today's game's going to play out?
Yeah, look, if we hold on to that pill for the first 40 minutes and just concentrate on our game, I think we'll come through with the chocolates. But yep, that's the main thing. If we play our game, hold on to the ball and not get involved in their whinging and rubbish and shit like that, we should be okay.
Now, this is your third grand final here, Jippo. Yep. Unfortunately, we've lost two. Hopefully today we actually get away with the bickies. But what do you reckon our main strike weapon's going to be out there? Apart from yourself, Jippo.
Look, to be honest with you, I think our forward pack is really strong, and if we can get up there and really dominate them early and continue to dominate that ruck, we've got Toddy that can come out quick out of hooker. We've got guys out wide like Smitty and Sol that can get in there, and it's just up to the halves to take control, really. As for the last couple of years, we've gone in favourites as the minor premiers. We haven't got that tag this year. We're coming in as the underdog, so hopefully the pressure's all on UTS.
Yep. And Smithy, now this is your first year down at the Polecats. I hope you've had a good season. It's not quite over yet. There's still 80 minutes left. What do you think your main goal is going to be out there, and also the teams?
Yeah, well, first with me, just hopefully I get through the game all right with the injury and that. But the main thing is I just want to really assert our dominance out wide. If the forwards are going to go forward, which we all know they will, it's just a matter of us really scoring those points out wide and really taking control of the game there. But I believe it's going to be won through the middle today. We've got to toughen up and just get through it all.
And who do you think the main strike weapons will be for UTS today?
Yeah, well, it's given there the 5'8" Sohan, he's just a good player all around, sets everything up for him. We had a bit of traffic at him, I think we'll slow him down a bit, and his kicking game, put some pressure on him, put him off. And also we know their fullback, how good he is. He's just very elusive, always breaking tackles and whatnot, so we've got to shut him down. Good kick chase. Yeah.
No worries. Well, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. I dare say there'll be a bit of bias here. All right, who do you think's going to win, Jippo, and what by?
Well, obviously us, and I think it'll be a close game, but I'll be happy with 1 point, but I dare say we'll win hopefully by 8.
Yeah. Smithy?
Yeah, I'm thinking around 8 or 10 as well would be a good score. I'd like to blow it out, but I still think they'll compete, so yeah, 8 or 10 would be nice.
No worries. Well, that concludes the pre-game show for the first grade game, so let's meet the players.
Shannon Norfolk, Blacktown City.
Career down, this is the Middle Force. Ben Carter, Blacktown Packs. Torben Foster, Ruby Warriors. Ryan Smith, Lava Park,
John Norfolk, Blacktown City.
Shane Brown, Phyllis Wolves.
John McLean, Hills District Bulls.
Jay Lyle, Blacktown City.
Greg Creddy, St. Pat's, Blacktown.
Toddy Washington, halfback. Hank Captain, Laurie Awardhead.
Kareem Amara, Blacktown City.
Keith Weston, Big Sport. Nicholas Jealous, Norwest Polecats.
Nick Dowd, Prospect Porcupines.
Nathan Vanderpol, Community Roof. Dennis Everard, Fairfield Packs.
Michael Banks, Gospel Groves.
Luke Wright, Blacktown City.
Matt Lobb, Daily Bears Junior Rugby League. Ronnie Penner, Marinans Rams. Brett Wadden, Grey Saints Devils. Ben Phillips, Rory Mudcrabs. Sal Padipapa, Waikiki Island Rams. Morrison Long, Kittens and Dragons. Jonathan Pritchard, Penzance Saracen. Sam Bulldog Maneas, Renown United.
Samuel Seat, Bellingham Magpies.
Daniel Hamad, St. John's Eagles.
Ryan Barton, Wagga Magpies.
Kelly, St John's Eagles. Jake Byrne, Waikato Juniors.
Simon Briscoe, Paddington Tigers. Henry Pacheco, Waikiki Island Rams. Simon Smith, Burley Bears.
Andrew Caliapa, Melbourne Saints.
Johan Cullen, Coffs Harbour Comets.
Welcome, Shano, for the First Division Grand Final in the New South Wales Tertiary Cup between the UTS Tigers and the Northwest Polecats.
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. Ryan Smith, or Smizzy as we know him, will get us underway. Polecats running right to left.
They'll be facing the scoreboard end, and UTS running to the club end at Macready. And here we go. Peter Anton, referee, sends us on the way.
Goes deep left, fullback offloads. Oh, big hit.
Peter Anton, first grand final for 12 years of officiating. Well done there, Peter Anton. And we see UTS Tigers with the ball. Great run from dummy half there by the Daniel Hamad.
Tackled on about the 30. Good defence early from the Polecats. UTS still making some yards though, up near the halfway. They come to kick.
Great kick downfield.
Shannon Orford has lost it. Oh, it's got a big kick in the bounce and goes dead.
Certainly has. They're great kick there by Selwyn for the UTS side, which sees the Polecat side bring it back to the 20 for a tap restart.
Good run there from Greg Cranny, makes it just to the 30-metre line. Keith Weston, another good run.
Early injury there for the Polecat side. Shano.
Dummy half, scoots away, solo. Still going. He looks like we've got a
Keith Weston
hand injury.
gets some attention there on his fingers.
Oh, looks like he's good to go. He's not grimacing any longer. Polecats just over halfway. Go to the back line. Oh, it's gone behind Johnny Norford. It's all right.
Called a knock on there by referee Peter Anton.
Bit strange, went behind him, but got to go with take the rules as they come. So UTS will have the feed on this scrum, probably about 5 metres their own side of halfway.
Locks in. Take it till I say, boys. Wait. Go now.
UTS are one up today. They defeated the Polecats in the second division grand final.
Solid defence in the end by Sol. UTS, second man, tackled just on halfway. Now, knock on by UTS right on halfway.
It's a big strong tackle in the previous play by Michael Beggs from the Polecats.
Beggsy's done well this year, worked his way into the first grade side and has been a strong performer all year. Polecats feed and win the scrum. Comes out to Shannon Orford, tackled on halfway. Shane Brown, dummy half to Jippo. Nice little run there by Jippo, who stepped up into the front row this season. And here goes Beggsy. Good run from Beggsy.
Big lump of a lad there.
Yep. Plenty of intensity both in attack and defence, which is good signs for this game.
Great run there by Jay Vile. Sees the ball, the Polecats take it to 20 metres out from the UTS line.
Put it through the hands. What have they got in the back line? Second man, Shan steps. Oh, pass goes to ground. Oh, about a one-on-one strip. It's all happening. UTS come up with the ball 30 metres out from their own line. Tackle 0. Not a good outcome for the Polecats, seeing the field position that they had then.
13 going early. 13 going early. 13 going early. 2. Stay out from now.
Luke Kelly takes that ball up and met by some stiff defence there from the Polecats.
UTS push it up over halfway, looking for the offload. He gets it away. It's a bit loose.
Oh, that's high shot there. That is, he didn't miss him. The number 8 for the Polecat side. Referee's got to get on top of this side. Kareem Amara. He did not miss him at all.
I think he's copped him on the shoulder and it's popped up and made contact with the head.
Referee Peter Anton straight in there.
Referee now calling out the UTS player who seemed to have inspired a bit of a follow-on after the tackle.
Yeah, he just didn't want to take it out of his control, see, and that's what would have happened. Now, he calls the captain out, Todd Walsmith. And of course, he should be calling out the player in question, Kareem Amara. Stand him up. Penalty given to the UTS side, and
they put it out. 30 metres, 20 metres out.
Finds touch about 22 metres out from the Polecats line.
Good tackle there from Shane Brown, the halfback, over the top from Sol. UTS put it through the hands. Tackled 20 metres out, straight in front of the Polecats post.
Luke Kelly will get up to play the ball. Daniel Hamad at dummy half. Passes it out. Backs up.
He steps inside too, he's still going. Plenty of Polecats there, slide across in defence.
Bit of a step there on Ben Phillips, and he's only a few metres out. Sends it on to the 18 for Jonathan Pritchard, and he's just shy of the line.
Tackle 1 metre out, UTS put it through the hands, they go wide, they've got numbers, got to get through the hands.
Oh, great. Oh, is that a try? Or?
Good defence there from the Polecats.
He's gone over to consult the touch judge, and I've been told it's a try. Touch judge Frank Rial, and has
UTS going in the corner. Good strong cover defence from, I think it was Shannon Norford. Nelly pushed him out, but it looks like the try's been paid.
No, Greg Ewan, big, too strong, went over and scored that try, and which sees the score 4-0 in favour of the UTS Tigers with a very difficult conversion attempt out wide. But they do have the win behind their back. Now that was quite interesting there, because referee Peter Anton had to go over and consult touch judge Frank Rial in regards to what happened there. Okay, been told by referees director Doug Keane that he was hit high, but he went over and scored a try. Thank you for your assistance, Doug.
So 6 minutes gone in the first grade grand final for Tertiary Rugby League. UTS from the sideline. Touchies haven't moved. They wave it away.
He's missed it. You can see what's what the structure for the UTS side is here today. In attack, they're going to be switching the ball from left to right along the line, and to run around these big Polecats forwards around.
Polecats bring it back. Smithy's going to get us underway again. Need a bit of...
UTS Tigers number 4, Greg Ewan. The conversion unsuccessful. UTS Tigers 4, lead Norwest Polecats 0.
Polecats need to keep the get a bit of field position here, so need a big 6 in defence.
I need to keep the UTS side down here and hopefully force an error. Gee, this swing's picked up here, Shano.
Yeah, I'm not sure who it's... I think it might be advantaging UTS, but it seems to be swirling around a bit.
Definitely favouring the UTS side. Now Shano looking for the... Selwyn looking for a 40-20, and he's got it. He's got it. That's a 40-20. And using the advantage of this very strong wind behind his back, and... Good talk here. Well done, buddy. Great talk. Referees director Doug Keane on the sideline questioning why it has come in 20 in 20 and 20 out when it should be at least. Yes, I tend to agree with you, Doug. But
so UTS got the ball. They'll feed the scrum, 20 out from the Polecat line.
Now Morrison Mong to feed the scrum.
Oh, loose
Goes out to
pass.
Selwyn.
Bounces nicely for UTS. Polecats going to have to aim up in defence here. It's tackle 2. Out on the left. They bring it to the right. Inside ball.
Goes to
UTS
Selwyn.
come right again to the halfback.
Mong.
Short ball to 11.
The no-look Benji Marshall pass did not work. It was thrown to Sam Mornahis and he just couldn't take it.
Greg Dowd scoots from dummy half, gets us over the 20, tackle 1. Sol comes in for a scoot. Good run, the Polecats got to get the yards. Jay Vile just comes up for a breather. He's done some good hard work in the early hit out. Nick Zelik up on the halfway, I know on the 40-metre line. Polecats bring it back left and they put it deep. This wind's not going to help, the ball sits up. UTS bring it back to the 30-metre line.
Strong defence there by the Polecats.
Polecats have forced a mistake. They've come up with the ball.
Pressure told there by the Polecats and great pressure it was.
They need to capitalise on this field position. Good 6.
Now what have they got in the attacking structure, the Polecats?
Working it through the middle at the moment. Polecats hopefully setting for something. Oh, they bring it through the hands. Shen Brown takes on the line. Polecats about 10 metres out from UTS line. 10 minutes gone in first grade grand final. Oh, the Polecats get the penalty.
High shot there.
Keith Weston wasn't too happy with that one.
Referee Anton was looking for an advantage, but none came, so he went back for that penalty, which gives another
Nick
6
Zelik
tackles.
straight up the guts. He's still going, Nick. Taking 4 to bring him down. Comes to the halfback, offloads to Greg Crenny, right in the middle of the field. Polecats bring it left. Oh, it's a loose ball. Well picked up by Shen. Goes wide. Greg Dowd. Tackled about 5 metres out wide. Tackle 5. Johnny Norfolk puts a little chip through. UTS clean it up. And the Polecats clean him up over the touchline. We've got a drop out.
Clever last play there by John Norford. Puts the kick in behind the defence. UTS player got caught in the end goal, and which sees another 6 tackles to the Polecats side, and which no doubt will keep the pressure on again.
Yeah, I thought it was a good outcome for the Polecats. It was a bit scrappy, 6 tackles otherwise. They get the ball now. John Norfolk picks it up, offloads to Nick Zelik. Nick takes it back strongly. Good run from Nick. Polecats push right. Todd Waldsmith straight from dummy half. Tackle 2 about 20 metres out from the UTS line. Joel McLean there pushes it up closer again. Polecats come left. What do they got? Kareem Amara tied up. Polecats put it through the hands. Oh, over a bit of an overrun there. Nothing doing. Tackle 5. What have we got at the end here? Comes left to Johnny Norford. He's going to put it on the toe again. Nice little grubber. I think it's Greg Dowd in the corner.
Nice little depth kick there in the in behind the player.
Great.
He's going to give it.
Pointer.
He's going to give it.
Greg Dowd, he's been a star this season. You used to see him in the forwards. He's cut down, he's stripped down, he's looking the goods. He's made his way out on the wing and still playing a great role for the Polecats.
Beautiful depth kicking behind the play there, and turned that winger around, and he couldn't adjust to the speed of the winger for the Polecats side, who went over and scored in that corner.
Just down? Yeah, good. I was a little far away.
Solomon Foster lines up the kick, probably about 10 centimetres inside the touch line. It's a difficult one. Score is 4-all. 14 minutes gone in the first half of this first grade grand final.
Kicking into a very strong win here. It's on its way. This is a good kick.
Oh, he's put it over.
Yes, he's put it over.
That is a great kick from Sol. Into the wind from the touch line.
You remember that kick, Shano, because that was an awesome kick into the breeze then. At 2 points could be the points that win the game there. Great kick there by Solomon Foster.
So Polecats lead 6-4, 15 minutes gone.
Selwyn to kick to restart play again for the UTS side.
Polecats number 2, Greg Dowd. A quick conversion from the sideline from number 3, Solomon.
Keith Weston brings it back. Good run. Sol slips into dummy half, goes through scoot. Good yards there. Makes it up to the 30-metre line. Todd Wildsmith, dummy half. Offloads Joel McLean. They push right. Shannon Orford evades one. Tackle just short of the halfway. Polecats get a penalty there for holding down the play of the ball. Good work from Shannon. Made good yards and then push and bustle to try and get up to play the ball. Force the penalty.
That's a coach killer there for the UTS side, and Coach Jim Pazanias will not be happy with that.
Polecats fine touch. They're about 30 metres out from the UTS line.
Wait for the foot, boys. 12, wait for the foot. Wait for the foot.
Nick Zellick takes it up from the tap. Todd Waldsmith into dummy half. Polecats pushing towards the posts. There's plenty of talk. Polecats are deep. Johnny Norford through the hands. Shan was deep. On to Sol. Sol gets the offload. Oh, unfortunately knocked on there by Shan Norford. So there's a turnover 20 metres out from the UTS line.
Relieving there for the UTS side, with the ball knocked on by the Polecats 3, Solomon Foster there.
Stay on, boys. Stay on. Arms around, John. Send me wait till I go. Go. Go.
UTS win the scrum. Bring it left. Tack it about 30 metres out from their own line. They come left again.
Work back, boys. Have a look. Have a look, boys. That's 2. Have a look.
Good defence from the Polecats.
2 go.
UTS bring it back towards the centre.
Met off some strong Polecats defence then.
There's Greg Cranny down low. Nice tackle.
Very good strong there by Daniel Hamad.
UTS play at 40 metres out from the Polecat line. He shapes the kick through the hands. Oh, he's created
it's
space.
an obstruction. It's an obstruction. It's good penalty there by referee Peter Anton. It was definitely an obstruction. He took the advantage by running through that gap. Would you agree, Doug Keane?
Good call there by the referee. Polecats get the penalty on their own 40. John Norford puts it out. Now about 40 metres out from the UTS line. Polecats need to capitalise on this field position. Begsy from the tap. No, they cut the Shan onto Nick Zellick. Good run there by Nick. Polecats look to push it right again to Shane Brown on a Kareem Amara. Good run there, Jippo. Begsy again, that's a good strong run. Polecats in good field position. What do they got? Comes through the hands. John Norford steps aside.
This is going to be interesting. There are a few punches thrown there. He took exception to that.
The boys need to settle down. We've got the penalty in front of the post. Certainly a high shot. Well deserved penalty, but yeah, things have gone a bit astray after the penalty's been awarded.
Polecats player took offence to that. Got up and swung and threw a few punches. Now the referee Peter Anton trying to settle both sides down. He's talking to the skipper Todd Walsmith for the Polecats side. Brings out Sam. Both captains outspoken to, trying to, I dare say the referee's trying to quieten both teams down.
Polecats electing to take the tap. Begsy goes again. Takes a couple, takes two to pull him down. Polecats go to Jay Vile. Good strong run, Jay, down the left-hand side. Polecats bring it back towards the middle. Shane on the Nick Zellick. He puts a step on, looking for an offload. Can't get it. Tackled 10 metres out, straight in front. Todd Walsmith, dummy half, brings it out. John Norford on the Shan. Good hands. Steps inside, still going. Looks like he's lost it over the line.
Relief there for the UTS Tigers, and Frank Rial on the spot to assist referee Peter Anton with that call. Going to pack a scrum down here, about 10 metres out from the UTS line. They've been under the pump, the UTS side, and absorbed a lot of the Polecats' pressure. Let's see what they can do.
Yeah. They bring it out from the scrum wing.
Yeah, he's called the fullback for the Polecats side, Shannon Norford, offside. Great
UTS
kick there by Selwyn.
Bring it up to over halfway. Polecats backpedaling. Oh, he's tapped it too early. UTS pushing up into the Polecat half. Tackle 2 is going to be made 25 metres out from the Polecat line. Very quick turnaround after that defensive penalty. There's a big hit there from 13, Joel McLean.
Great run there by Vinnie McDougall. He gets up to play the ball. Selwyn.
UTS, second man play.
Matt Waugh gets tackled about 20 metres out from the Polecats line. Once again, they go the other way. Jonathan Pritchard. He's only 10 metres out.
UTS bring it to the right. They got hands, they got players. They put it in the air along the ground. Sorry.
Poor play there by Selwyn, and they tried it, but it didn't come off with Morrison Mong trying to come through, but the kick was too deep.
Well cleaned up there by Jippo. Polecats drop it. Todd Walsmith cleans up. Salt comes in for a scoot. Slow yards here for the Polies. Going to need to make some yards. Oh, good run there. Nick Dowling's joined us off the bench. Very impressive run. Polecats put it in the air by Smithy.
Not a favourable bounce there for the fullback Matt Waugh, but he goes back and cleans the ball up, and he brings it back to the and he's met by the Norwest Polecat defence.
He's met on the 30-metre line there for tackle 0.
Tackle one it is there, Shano.
The UTS had split it out in the middle, but they've popped it loose. Shan Norford offloads to Sol.
Polecats turning defence into attack now after that knock on.
Shannon Orford scoots from dummy half.
Shannon Orford going for a scoot from dummy half.
Shane Brown in a dummy half. Oh, Begsy again. He's got a high work rate so far for Begsy.
Gee, he plucked that ball from nowhere.
Yeah, it was a good catch.
Wasn't a good pass there by by Shane Brown.
Oh no, dummy half.
Forward pass call there.
Another costly turnover for the Polecats down in UTS territory.
Rodney King, touch dodge Rodney King calling that a forward pass there. And once again the UTS side is off the hook.
I can't hear you, King, sorry. Wait, you need to change him, just change him back, right? Todd, scrum, no changes, please. Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm getting warned in here. Slime, get in. Wait. Don't rake it, wait. Go on.
UTS win the scrum, bring it to their right. Tackled about 10 metres out from the sideline. 40 metres out from their own line.
Matt Waugh goes for a scoot from dummy half, alleviate some of the pressure off their forwards. They've done a mountain of a work, this UTS side. Haven't had much of the ball.
UTS continue to fight the tackle. Brought down just before halfway. They push left. Oh, he's good stepping away. He's straight through. He's got some speed, this number 8 for the UTS team. And he gets the offload. They're still going, UTS.
Gee, Ryan Barton, didn't he show a bit of tape for the UTS side?
5 metres out from the Polecat line.
They're on the back foot here, the Polecat side.
UTS bring it right through the hands. Now he steps, he offloads.
They should swing it here.
UTS are lined out deep. Into the hands.
Oh, he's got himself.
Oh,
great tackle.
Great tackle on tackle 5.
Great tackle there. That was a try saver.
He certainly looked like he was. He straightened up, found some space.
We've got a player down injured here. John Norford, it looks like. Oh, is it Kareem Emara? Kareem Emara it is. Try-saving tackle there by the Polecat side. Now UTS need to keep them down here and no penalties given.
Comes Keith Weston with the first hit up. Todd Wildsmith, dummy half. They bring it left to Sol. He takes it to the line. Takes forward to bring him down. They come again, Keith Weston. Hungry for work, Keith.
Oh, strong tackle there by the UTS Tigers. Johan Cullen and Sam Seaton.
He's tackle 4, 35 metres out from the Polecat line. Oh, nice little take there from Nick Dowling. Pushes up towards halfway. Tackle 5. They come left to Smithy. Smithy puts it high. Oh, good take there from UTS. 30 metres out from their own line.
Matt Waugh on the spot there.
No earlies, I'm right here. No earlies, go.
They come to the left, hitting up the middle.
Oh, big tackle there.
Good strong tackle by Nick Dowling.
And he went on with it, and hence why we've got a penalty. This is certainly what the Polecats did not need, and it will not please Coach Roger Patterson.
UTS fine touch, 35 metres out in the Polecat line. I called him move twice, Toddy. Headgear, get back, Lee. Headgear, get back. Wait for the foot. Wait for the foot. A little dummy back to the blind side off the tap there from UTS. They now put it left through the hands. 16 with it. Vinny McDougall. Tackle 20 metres out from the Polecat line, right in front of the post. They bring it back to the right. The run around. Players in motion. And they're called up there for an obstruction, Shepherd.
Yeah, there's no advantage there, and Yeah, a bit unlucky, Jake Byrne to be penalised then.
13 minutes to go in the first half. Polecats 6, UTS 4. John Norwood kicking for touch. Puts it out, 35 metres out from the Polecat line.
Get on. Wait.
Nick Zellick off the tip-off. Good run, steps inside one, carries a couple. That's a good run there from Nick.
Get on. Helton, three comes.
Here's another opportunity for the Polecats. Good field position early in the tackle count. They need to capitalise. Sol Foster tackled down there, 40 metres out from the UTS line. They go to the back line. Shan Norford dummies, goes himself. Nick Dowling hovering in support. They go to the blind side. John Norford. Oh, nice pick up there. I think it was from Ryan Smith.
Flirting with that sideline they were, but forward pass been called by touch judge Frank Rial. 11 and a half minutes to go in this half, which sees the Polecats side leading 6-4. Very close game, and some big hits out there, Shano.
Yeah, I don't think either side's really capitalising. We've been up and back a few times when they've had the opportunity to apply the pressure. I don't think it's come off at either end.
No advantage there, and once again Jake Byrne being penalised.
Another obstruction.
Well, gee, I've got to question those two decisions, but they've gone. Fortunately, they've gone in favour of the Polecat side. So
I'm old school, mate. They're shepherds every day of the week. Just getting in the way they are. And I don't have much speed, so I can't afford to wrap around people and do all this tricky stuff that they do these days.
Yeah, they send it
through
along
the hands.
line.
Polecats looking good. Oh,
great tackle there by Selwyn.
Polecats got to apply the pressure. Shan Norford, great run through the middle. He's still going.
Yeah, half asleep there, the UTS Tigers.
Yeah, they did. I'm not sure what was going on. They go to the toe. Oh, it's reflected back.
6 to go. It was played
6 again. Shan Norford with it.
And they've lost it. This will be 0 tackle.
Another opportunity lost there for the Polecats. Oh, that'll do. The UTS have knocked on 10 metres out from their own line. 10 minutes to go in the first half. New South Wales Tertiary Rugby League first grade grand final.
I can guarantee you, knowing Jim Pazanias, he will not be happy at half time with his UTS Tigers side. They've squandered so many possession, and they haven't really taken advantage of this massive win behind their backs.
Yeah, I think both sides have been guilty of squandering opportunities. Polecats got the scrum. This really is with 9 minutes to go before half time. Now is the time to strike. There's a good run there from Greg Cranny, still going. Tackled about 2 metres out from the UTS line. Polecats switch it back to the right. Shan Norford. Oh, intercepted by UTS. It was a good play there by UTS because it was certainly on for the Polecats if the ball had got past that player.
15, stand back. Stand back next time.
Polecats there in numbers. UTS working it out from their own line. They come back to the left. Dummy half scoots.
Stand up. Tony, lead him.
They go push again to the left. And they get the offload. Still with the UTS.
Daniel Hamad, Jesus, strong. Tough little fella.
Yeah, well.
Last tackle called, and
just on the Polecat side halfway. They chip and chase. Looks like they're going to get to it first, UTS. Oh, everyone's overrun it.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Polecats clean up. They push to the right.
Remonstrating about something there, but he just had a massive air swing and missed it.
Joel does well there to clean up. Out of dummy half. Smithy goes for a run. Offloads. Polecats tackled.
You've lost it. Right in front of me, Jiddo.
Oh,
You've lost it.
ball's been dropped in the tackle. Well,
UTS
Jippo-
Tigers have forced the error here, and with 8 minutes to go, it'll see UTS Tigers on the attack at about, 40 metres out from the Polecats line.
About 7 to go, Pete. 7 minutes. Start side.
Morrison Mong looking to feed the scrum. And he comes away with it. He sends it on to Selwyn. Selwyn, dummies,
Puts
jinx.
it left. He's still
goes
going.
for a
He
run.
gets the offload
Turns
inside.
it on the inside
He's got some
to
speed. He's stepped a
Jake
few.
Byrne.
Oh.
He's still going, Jake Byrne. He sends it back out.
They got numbers out wide.
Greg Newen he's tackled.
Good cover defence there from Sol. Shane Brown.
Matt Warren, the dummy half, goes
Joel,
himself.
Dummy half scoots.
He saw a gap, but it quickly closed. Daniel Hamad at dummy half.
Pass goes to
bad
ground.
pass.
Dummy half cleans up. Through the hands. Selwyn's got it.
Someone needs to run
Goes
straight
wider.
here. Oh, interesting.
No, he's knocked on over the try line. And
Brett-
it's gone out. Good cover defence there from the Polecats.
Yeah, Brett Wharton.
UTS certainly looked like they were in.
Brett Watson knocked the ball over the line then. A costly error for the UTS side. Will it come back to bite them?
Wait, no earlies, Dan. No earlies.
Just some great play there by Jake Byrne. Gee, he's got some toe and great step on him.
Come on, boys.
6 minutes to go before half time. Polecats want to get it down the other end.
Now, two, stand up. Come on.
Good run there from Greg Cranny. Pushes up towards halfway. Smithy's in a dummy half. He juggles it. Offloads to Nick. Unfortunately, that juggle there at dummy half killed a bit of momentum. Todd Walsmith steps in. Brings it left. Sol's there. Sol goes. Good, strong, fast run there. Looking for the quick play. The ball's tackle 5. Goes to Shane. Shane on to John Norford. He puts it on the toe. It's into space. UTS fullback cleans it up nicely. He offloads back on the inside. Oh, look out. This guy's
Straight
got
through
speed.
the gap.
He steps straight through. And great tackle there by Shan Norford. But UTS are on the attack.
This could be a penalty here.
Oh, and they get the penalty.
Too long.
Good field position now for UTS with 5 minutes on the clock.
So he would have been close to be sent to the sin bin for a professional foul there because he was clearly trying to slow the play down after Brett Watton made that massive break. Ball turned back into Luke Kelly and he's tackled at about 35 metres out from the Polecats line. Once again, penalty given for too long in the tackle.
Ryan Smith's blown up there. He's not happy with what's going on in the play.
Yeah, he's remonstrating and
UTS got the penalty. Referee's having a word to the Polecat captain, Todd Walsmith.
well, Polecats were lucky not to have a player sent to the sin bin in that previous infringement.
Well, here we are with 4.5 minutes left till half time. Polecats got to defend. They've got 6 tackles on their line.
Come on. No more penalties. Wait. Yeah, I got it.
They take the tap. Straight hit up. Oh, he's still going.
Simon Christoph is over. Is he? No, he's lost it over the line.
Lost it forward.
Simon
Lucky call for the
Christoph.
Polecats. That defence was a bit soft.
Now that's twice that the UTS side have been over the line and have lost it.
Polecats need to make the most of that reprieve. Make them pay at the other end. Begsy up again once again.
Oh,
for
that's
another
high.
hit. And there's a high shot.
It's jumped off the ground there to right around the neck area. Referee Peter Anton straight in there.
Todd Walsmith taps and goes. Gets up to the 40-metre line. He plays it. Shane and dummy half off to Begsy yet again for another hit up. Begsy bounces off one, still going. That's a great run there from Beggsy. Wrestles for the play the ball. They push right. Sol keeps going, takes it up over halfway. Polecats really need to finish off this set of 6 nicely. There's tackle 4, I think it is. 40 metres out. They bring it back to the left. Greg Cranny. Nice hit up. Still fighting. He gets the offload. Todd Wildsmith. Oh. Referee's called it back. Must have been touch and go for being held.
Referee showing common sense there by allowing the play the ball.
Yeah, I'd agree with that one. Oh, they look back inside. Ryan Smith offloads the run around. Ryan Smith's still involved. He's got the ball.
Great tackle around the legs there by the UTS
This is tackle
player.
5, no dummy half. He's got to give it. It's tackle 5. He's spat it out the back. I need to put it in the air. Oh, he's gone the field goal, Ryan Smith.
Interesting play.
But he's put it out into space. That's the only problem. Good defence there from Gregor and Jay Vile. Because there's plenty of open space out there for the UTS team.
It almost came back to bite him, that field goal, because if you watch the last night's game with Benny Barber, similar type of thing.
That's right. Could have been an end-to-end return. 2 minutes to go. Polecats need to aim up here and force Sierra down the UTS end of the field.
Tough grinding game, this one, Shano.
It is 1 minute 50 on the clock. Polecats up 6-4.
He's out on the full.
Selwyn puts
it's
it
out
in
on the
there.
full.
Yeah, it's gone out on the full. Polecats.
Bad kick there by
1 minute 40.
That was a bad kick there by an experienced Selwyn, and that was a nothing kick then. With 1:30 on the clock,
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think he was going the 40-20 because he was over the 40 metre line. But yeah, it's come off.
Just a nothing kick.
But I think
Just a speculator.
And I think that breeze, he put it a bit high and the breeze has hooked it. Polecats got the chance now. The 1 minute 15 left on the clock as they feed the scrum. They go right to Shan Norford. Shan through to Smithy. Smithy steps inside 1. He's still going. Looking to offload, but he's taken down. Just on the UTS side halfway. They go right again. Oh, the pass has gone to ground. Shan Norford cleans up. Ducked under 1. Oh, trips himself over. 54 seconds left on the clock. Nick Zillick carts one up. We need to quick play the balls now. Comes Greg Cranny, hitting it up once again. Going for the quick play the ball. And ball's been lost.
Loose carry.
Last opportunity for the Polecats. 30 minutes left on the clock.
Well, this should see us out to half-time here, Shannon.
Yeah, there's a lot of squandered opportunity, I think, for both sides. I think the scoreline's fair, though, because no one really deserves to be in the lead by too much.
No, it's an indication of the game. It's been very tough, strong, and a lot of errors.
UTS trying to create something here with
and
seconds left on the clock. Yeah, definitely. And there it is. Half-time in the New South Wales Tertiary Rugby League first grade grand final.
Second half on the way, score 6-4 in favour of the Polecats, and they bring it out 40 metres out from their own line. Ray back on board for the second half.
Yeah, thanks for having me back on board for the second half. Certainly be the next 40 minutes. That'll be a combination of a season. Both worked hard by both teams.
Exactly right, and big win by advantage by the Polecat side for this second half, Ray. And it's indicative of that kick. You see how far it went dead in goal. Now, Selwyn, any discussions you get into the camp at the Polecat side at half time?
Well, yeah, deep inside the bunker at Polecat Stadium there, the coach's words were just to go out there, get the job done, complete the sets, dominate the tackles, don't give over any silly possessions, what happened in the reserve grade game there, and just go and keep doing what you're doing. Other than that, Coach Patterson was quite happy.
Well, nothing more needs to be said, because if they do all those things, they hopefully could bring the Bickies home. They lead 6-4 currently, and it's going to be an interesting second half, especially with this massive win behind their back.
Well, it's certainly up against it. The Polecats are backing on from last year's season's defeat in the grand final. They've got a lot to prove out there, and going with a win. Nobody likes to lose 2 in a row, and UTS are just trying to build some momentum based on their reserve grade winning in the game prior.
Okay, Polecats bringing the ball just short of halfway. They send it back, looking for no, it won't be a 40-20 because he's kicked it 45 metres out, but it's a deep kick nonetheless. And Matt Waugh, the fullback for UTS, brings and he's met in a heavy tackle there. Great tackle there by...
Dominant tackle there by Jippo and Benny Carter. John Norford pushing in there as well. Great defensive boys. Tigers pushing up, trying to get to an advantage line. Great dominant tackle, Smith and Cranny. Well done, boys.
Intensity's there, you can see in the second half. They've obviously listened to Coach Patterson's instructions. Now UTS, what are they going to bring to the table in this second half? Mistake-free football, I dare say, would be the words from Coach Jim Pazianis.
Yeah, definitely, and play for field position when the winds really come into a play in a game like today. You want to keep the kicks low. There we go, just showing fruition here, and the Tigers just pushing through support play.
And he's come up with
to the Tigers
and tried to the 5, Brett Watton. He doesn't knock the ball over this time.
Well, he has been scaling out there long during the game there, Watto. Yeah, great support play there, following up with the boys pushing up, and results in a try. Good support play by the Tigers. Polecats, well, what do they take away from that?
Well, it's going to be interesting because it was pretty much a nothing kick, wasn't it? And you know, they've come up with the crumbs and basically gone on to score that try. And fortunate for the UTS Tigers side, Brett Watton didn't drop the ball over the line this time.
Oh, well, this time he seems to be a prolific dropper of the ball, but he does seem to come up with them when it counts, and that results in a 4-pointer to the Tigers. Kick to come.
Yeah, it'll see Selwyn Bridger Wara Papa. That's a mouthful there, but we'll call him Selwyn. He's going to kick. He's their main strike weapon and attacking weapon, I should say, and he's looking to convert this try, but he's kicking into a very strong wind.
Well, with a name like Selwyn, you want to be able to kick goals. That's all I can say.
You can go tell him that.
Well, I'm on the way over here and he's all the way over there.
And he's kicked it.
And I hear my words. Well done, Tigers.
There you go. It's amazing what a few bottles of Powerade does to you. Gives you, builds confidence, doesn't it, Ray?
Gets results.
It is Powerade, isn't it?
Made by 4X, yep, Powerade.
Okay, that sends a score to UTS Tigers 10-6 with 35 to go.
A try to UTS Tigers, number 5, Brent Watton.
Luke Kelly, former Australian representative, taking it hard up to the Polecats line.
Now UTS Tigers 10, the Norwest Polecats 6.
Good push forward, good go forward there by the Tigers. Polecats really got to aim up in this set. No silly penalties, got to mark up, one-on-one tackles. Don't let these guys take the upper hand and get possession.
Nice
and
offload there by the 12 for UTS Tigers, Simon Hristov. Sends Matt Ward deep into the Polecats half.
That's 4.
Now back to Selwyn.
Looking at their options, work in the middle of the field.
He got him high there, and that'll be a penalty.
No, leave it.
Well, with a 4-point advantage here, the UTS Tigers, what do they take? Position right in front of the post with the wind swirling around at the moment. Do they take the kick or do they shift it? And they take the tap coming forward.
Yeah, they certainly didn't need that that was good and be the fifth and last tackle then, but they certainly didn't need that high shot. Gives UTS another 6.
Well, a real test here for the Polecats defending on their line. Really got to push up there. Give these guys no options. Don't give them any room to shift the ball.
Daniel Hamad goes close to scoring. He's hurt also in that tackle.
They really build on his confidence. He's a real impact player.
Yeah, he's a very good player too, and it's probably one of the very few occasions that Todd hasn't had much to say, been headfirst into the turf.
Well, he will certainly adapt from that little lesson there, and he will get up and get the job done. You can always bank him out.
Here we go. That looked ominous there for the Polecats, but it came to Ben Phillips and he knocked the ball on, and a relieving knock on for the Polecats side, and they'll have the loose head and feed.
There's certainly a lot of opportunities there presented themselves to the UTS team, shifting the ball out wide there, pushing right up, right, and hit the edge there, trying to get that overlap. Unfortunately, resulted in a drop ball, give possession back to the Polecats. Right at that crunch time, they could have set the supremacy here in the second half.
How wide, boys? Hit on him. How himself, hold. Go, you go.
And a good push up there by Jay Vile, taking the defensive line on. Up first, quick play of the ball. Todd Walsmith waiting, ready to push it to the left. Brownie takes the line, shifts it off to the Polecats there, and great defensive push there by the Tigers.
Now 3, the right way. 7 right way. That's 3. Hell 4. Line. Play it. 4, go.
And Craney again there, shifts it out to Smitty. Smitty out to Shan Norford. Norford in support. Overruns it. Gives it to the centre free quarter. Push it, shift to the lock player, Brownie. Great defensive tackle there. Cover defence there by the Tigers in the middle of the field.
5 last.
Shifts it left. Kick to the back corner. Push up by the Tigers, by the Polecats. Plays all onside.
In the air, it's a try
time.
It's a try. It hung in the air there, favourably.
And President Weisbach really getting there behind the Polecats there.
That hung in the air favourably for the Polecats side, and once again we have a bit of push and shove there.
Well, it is an emotional game, isn't it? As the both teams have worked hard to get to this end of the season, into the big game, and everyone's putting their body on the line. And as we saw there, good push there by the Polecats, and a try as a result.
I thought it broke down here 40 metres out when they had the overlap, about 4-on-1, and it went backwards, but they didn't panic there, the Polecats side, and they progressed it downfield, and there we have a lucky bounce for them because it hung in the air, and we have a 4-pointer out of it.
Yeah, great vision and great hands there by the Polecats. Halves and 3/4 there, getting the defensive lines in 2 minds, putting the kick down in the quarter. Great support play by the boys on the edge and pushing up, and results in a try. The Polecats 10-all, kick to come.
Yeah, so this is going to go, you don't have to be Einstein to work this out, that'll go down to the wire.
Well, it looks to be another nail biter. Certainly set a precedent there in the game previously. Polecats needed to ascend their dominance on the Tigers in this half and try and go on and get the job done.
Yeah, a lot of work has been done during the year, and both sides are hungry. They both want to walk away with a win and lift that trophy for all that hard work during the season. They come in, it's there. No, he's missed it.
Shifted wide.
So with 30 minutes to go, we see a scoreline locked at 10-all.
Todd Walsmith there, turning to his troops, urging words of encouragement, trying to get that go forward, demanding every ounce of attitude and power out of his big forwards. Get that go forward. There is no next week to the Polecats. It's time to get the job done now.
Now UTS need to put a lot of pressure on here and cause a mistake, but they've done the complete opposite and given a penalty away to the Polecat side for a strip.
Well, certainly, especially first tackle off the kickoff. Last thing you want to be doing is giving away silly penalties, and could completely backfire on the Tigers, giving the Polecats there a chance to push themselves further on down the field. Big hit up there, Nick Jellick taking the line on. Good work, Nick Jellick, pushing forward. Great offloads. Get second phase play there. Off to Smitty.
Pass.
Oh,
forward
unlucky.
pass. Referee Peter Anton got a call from his touch judge, and the players travelling to places like Canberra and Newcastle, and so are these referees and match officials, you know, and touch judges, and yeah, all in all, we have a culmination of today. So, and look at the scoreline, 10-all.
Okay, penalty option there taken by the UTS Tigers, shifting it wide to the right edge, taking it towards the middle. There goes Kelly, offload, shifts it right.
Oh, he's
Player down there by the Polecats, he'll be all right.
Sam, sorry, mate. Sam, I've got someone hurt. Sorry, mate. I've got someone. No, release.
Okay, player
Be a
gets...
fan of the Wenny Burger. You have to be. You can't go to Wenny and not have a Wenny Burger.
Mate, I go there and get a hot dog. They are brilliant. That's
chips and gravy.
Oh, yeah. Even the women love them. It's amazing the amount of women that love that chips and gravy there.
Oh, my wife is testament to that. Thank you,
now,
sir. Oh, Shannon Norfolk streaks away. Oh, ref has called it back.
Now, players are remonstrating here with referee Peter Anton for a 2-on-1 strip. And he doesn't want a bar of that.
Lost ball there by the Tigers. Knock on, hand over to the Polecats. A great let off there to the Polecats boys, and time to turn it around and try and work it hard to get out of their half.
Stay in, boys. Stay, go.
Now, Polecats off the hook with that decision, and they've won the scrum and looking at bringing it out 30 metres, well, 20 metres out from their own in goal.
Options left and right. Todd Walsmith, which way does he go? Shifts it to his right. Push up there. Begsy. Good hit up. Begsy takes on the line.
Gee, the 10 Mick Taylor from UDS absolutely flew out of the line and put his body on the line. He's lucky he didn't collect him.
Well, it's grand final football, isn't it? It's time to put your body on the line. There is no tomorrow. Nothing a few beers won't fix up, I say.
Well taken there by the UTS fullback, Johan Cullen. He's on. Frank Riel has seen something in that tackle.
Oh, Gregors.
He's seen something in that tackle, and we'll get an update of what he's seen. Dougie, what did you see, mate? Forearm, thank you. Sideline eye here, Doug Keane, listening to what the referees have to say.
Well, he's one tough human being. He's gotten straight back off the ground and, you know, shook himself off.
Now, both captains out there with his fist. Wow.
Okay. Can't do it, okay? I know, but keep the fist down, okay?
Unintentional contact there by the Polecats, resulting in a penalty. UTS, great field position. Where do they go from here?
Wait for the foot, boys. Go, low.
Now, Jake Boone has come back on for the UTS side.
Hey, roll away with me. Go.
Shifts it to the right. Two off the first man there. Pushing to the right side of the post. UTS Tigers trying to find a good field position here. Shifts it to the left. Push up to the middle. Run around.
Look who's coming. Jake Boone switches that out. I think he's
he's lost it.
Got it stripped.
Great covered tackle there. Benny Carter
out of his arms. Brett Watton was over for all money, only to have it stripped a la Greg Inglis style.
Thank you, Benny Carter. Well played.
He's got Greg Inglis to thank for that. That was a brilliant bit of play.
Plays for Queensland from New South Wales, but wants to be a polecat. Sign him up.
Okay, 25 minutes to go, and we still locked at 10-all.
Could this ball down to golden point? Will field position and maybe a resulting penalty could be the clincher in this? Maybe a 12-10 or 11-10 scoreline.
I don't think these teams are... Oh, here we go. We've got a break here by the fullback, Shannon Norford. Good run there by the fullback.
Well, Shannon Norford certainly is an inspirational player to this team, being recently selected in the New South Wales representative side. And, field position, you want to try and work towards the middle of the field and try and score your points in the middle. Like if you wanted to ball down to a kick conversion, well, you want your tries in close in the middle third of the field. Out wide, it could be debatable. You want good goal kickers, but in the grand final, it's just all about crossing the stripe, isn't it?
That's exactly right there, eh? And now here we go. Polecat side taking it deep into the UTS. Well, they're over, what are they? 30 metres out. They're swinging on the last tackle. What are they going to do? They put a kick in.
Nathan Brown.
Oh, Wadden. Back to Byrne.
Unintentional pass to the support player there. Shifts it.
Oh, no.
Well, at this stage, UTS should be working to try and capitalise on the Polecats plays there, and unfortunately,
6 to go.
Could be their own worst enemies.
Well, that was touched by a Polecats player, and fortunately enough, they were lucky not to intercept that. They're going to be careful here not to give a penalty away, the Polecats side. Strong in defence.
Lost the ball. Oh, dubious call there. Could be a bit of a push and shove there in the old back play there. Both teams should be concentrating on the play at hand. No one wants to be giving away any ascendancy to the opposition, especially when it's 10-all in the grand final.
Joel McLean wanted to go on with it there. There was no need for it. Jeez. Strong run there by Ben Phillips. But it's come to, unfortunately, nothing here because we've got a knock on.
It was a good streak away down there by the right edge from the UTS Tigers. Everything to work for there. They had the opportunity. No one was at the back there. Unfortunately, resulted in a drop ball and a possession back to the Polecats.
Yeah. Referee has to keep composure here because a few of the tackles seem to be creeping up. So he's doing a great job at the moment. Pete Anton.
Well, at the end, it all does boil down to who's got the bigger pack, who wants to go forward, who wants it more. It's all about desire. These both forward packs on the UTS Tigers and the Polecats really got to try and get the dominant hand up the middle of the ruck, create opportunities for the boys out wide, and score tries and get the points on the board.
Mate, as you said, there's no tomorrow, so they've got to do it here and now today. Here we have the Polecats side right on halfway.
Turn it back into the ruck there. Carved up there in the UTS. What a great dominating tackle.
Gee, the captain gets through a mountain of work. Todd Wildsmith. There he is again, offloading to the big number 10, Nick Jellick. Is Jellick or Jellick?
We'll just Nico to his mates.
Nico.
Big Nick pushes that right to Brownie to John Norford.
Nicely taken then.
Good kick there by Johnny Norford. Puts it to the cover defence there by the UTS Tigers.
And Wadden straight through the gap. He goes up the middle. A great run there by Wadden.
Last thing I want to do with the UTS Tigers, especially Brett Wadden, he can run.
This is a penalty here, and I'll tell you what, that's he didn't want to let go, did he?
Oh, Todd Walsh was in all sorts there at the moment.
That's the second time Todd's done that in the game where a break's been made against his side. Clever work though.
Well, he's deployed to slow down the play, or Todd Walsh, he is a good player and he does put his body on the line.
Mate, lucky not to be in the bin though.
Well, that's the place you want to find yourself in a big game like today.
Anyway, here we go. Back on the attack they go, the UTS Tigers with Ryan Barton. He plays about 5 metres out. Selwyn from dummy half. He's over. Oh, he's lost it. He's lost it. All he had to do was fall over the line, put it down. It would have been a try. Sorry?
Well, on the back of all that hard work by the Tigers, they push themselves up to the line and again drop their bundle over the line. That could result. That could be 12 points. They could be up further by now.
Well, more because I'll tell you what, Watton's dropped it twice over the line. So has Selwyn. Will it come back to bite them? Wow! All he had to do was fall over the line, and that's a great play there.
Well, 10-all with 20 minutes to go. Polecats are looking at their resources here. Big push up to Nick Jellick, pushing it hard, taken up to the 30-metre line.
They were at 6s and 7s then, Polecats, and they were very relieved that he did drop that over the line. Now they've got it at about 40 metres out from their own line. Trying to milk a penalty there, but referee Peter Anton was awake to that.
Polecats looking to the edges of the UTS defence, trying to ask questions of all their players. Who's committed throughout this UTS line?
Oh, great take there by Jake Byrne, and Jake Byrne will bring it back. He's sort of jinking and stepping, and he's well tackled there by who's that? The 14 for Polecats. Who is he? Help me out here. Keith Weston.
Well, Westo was a former player with a lot of these. Was a former teammate with a lot of these players. Last year, the reigning premiers, the Lewisham Old Boys, have actually merged with the UTS Tigers, and you find a lot of the boys that played in last year's grand final that defeated the Polecats are actually in this game.
That was an interesting play of the ball there by the UTS Tigers, but allowed to go on with it. Now Selwyn, what's he going to do? He sends it out to Greg Newen. And Greg Newen, there's a penalty here.
Well, refs called time. Trying to call both captains in.
Penalty given to UDS with Selwyn kicking it out into touch and promoting the ball further downfield for UTS to mount another attack. Sends it on. Now what do we got here?
Refs called it back.
On the line, boys. On the line.
Okay, here we go. It goes back to the same player that originally took it up, Vinnie McDougall.
Dominant tackle there by the Polecats. Shifts it to the middle of the field.
17.5 minutes to go. Scores locked 10-all. UTS pressing. It's a try. Clever play there. Clever play there by the 9, Daniel Hamad. And that's all it takes, some individual brilliance.
And vision from the dummy half.
Exactly
the shift to the left, one off the ruck, bang, straight into a gaping hole, open up wide by the Polecat defence.
Did you get that player that scored the try? Was it Greg Newen, I believe? But he read the play well also too. It must have been a thing they practice at training, because Greg Newen's a centre and he come in and slotted in at one off the ruck then.
Oh, almost definitely. Well, nowadays in today's modern game of rugby league, the centres actually fill in as back rowers and vice versa. So good him to show some vision, play at spaces, not faces, and he's resulted in a try to the UTS team. You
only have to see the mountain of work that Justin Hodges gets through for the mighty Broncos. You'll see it again tonight. Do you think they've got a chance of beating the North Queensland Cowboys?
All I heard was blah, 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 blah. Your mouth was moving a little bit. The Dragons aren't in the semi, so it's irrelevant to me what's happening.
Hey, mate, at least I can watch another game this week, eh?
A bit of controversy here down by the sidelines. The head referee and the sideline commentators coming to blows. Oh, it's on for Young and old gentlemen, take it easy.
And he's kicked it. Selwyn's converted that try, which sees a score now extend to 16 points to 10 with 16 minutes to go. And
well, with a 6-point buffer coming into the point of this game, what are the UTS going to look to do to secure the victory? With maybe a field goal? The wind's starting to die down a little bit.
Well, mistake-free football, that's what I'd be doing. Just do the simple things right.
Start your on, boys.
Well, Smith here, bracing for the kick-off.
More importantly, what are the Polecats going to do to peg back this 6-point lead that the UTS Tigers have?
Well, I think what they need to do is just good hit there. Good if it was like Cranny. Greg Cranny pushing up, shoot the bloke down.
Gee, that was a big hit.
And there's Greg Cranny again, really setting the platform down for his fellow Polecats.
Was trying to spark something in this Polecats side. 2 massive hits.
Up again.
They swing it down to the left-hand side.
Oh, the winger, Bencardo pushing in. Show him the sideline.
He's speeding it.
Show him the sideline.
He's come to the fullback. And tackled there by
Shannon Norford. Shannon Norford, safe as a bank at the back there.
Well, it's both of them. John Norford and Shannon Norford. Are they brothers?
Oh, no.
Nice kick. All he had to do was catch it and score. He would have been in for the try.
Zero tackle.
Beautiful kick there by Jake Byrne. Unfortunately, it wasn't capitalised by Ben Phillips. All he had to do was catch it and score.
Well, you're seeing here with the Polecats attacking line, we're going to have a few tired legs in the big fellas. The outside backs and the wingers and whatnot need to push in there, give the forwards an opportunity to get their breath back and try and create some opportunities there in the middle. Get some ground. Field possession and work to the kick. Get those UTS boys down the field and compress them down there in the corner.
We've got a penalty here to the Polecats side for, I'm not too sure what, holding down. Interesting decision, nevertheless. It's a penalty to the Polecat side, and John Norford finds touch on about halfway line, just into the half actually of the UTS side. 13 and a half minutes to go, 16-10 to the UTS Tigers way.
Well, unfortunately, we're sitting here by the sidelines, to be sharing this game with you. And, from this game, based on the Polecats' performance, who do you think can go on, to win the game in the final 13 minutes?
Well, they got to play a bit better than they have in their attack. Their structure has fallen apart a bit, so it'll be interesting to see what they come up with. But composure is going to be a big thing here. They need composure if they're going to convert that into points.
Yeah, well, definitely in the big games, you want to complete your sets, work to the kick, and dominate the other half. We saw what happened in the game earlier, which resulted in penalties and it cost the Polecats the game. So hopefully this first division game for UTS or the Polecats, it's whoever makes a smart decision that's going to go on with a victory.
There they come with a winger darting back on the inside. He wants to go on with that, Benny Carter, and really there's no need for him to do that because they've already got the penalty and we don't need that at all.
Well, good fight in the tackle there by Benny Carter. Johnny Norford takes a short kick to the touchline. Smith braces. Pegsy ready to take a big hit up, smashes it into the defensive line.
Ryan Smith in at dummy half.
Cranny taking it to the defensive line. What's options?
There's your man again, Greg Cranny there, looking to promote it, spark something. There is the halfback. He was in through half a gap, but it closed, and he's lost the ball.
Oh, penalty! Someone's got to go. No advantage there shown by the referee, but dubious call there.
Well, he can't show advantage. It was a strip.
Well, let's not get rules get in the way.
You know, it was touched, knocked on, you name it.
Well, Mr. Beggs takes it to the line, brings in a lot of defenders. He's a big boy, that guy. Can really create opportunities if you've got a second post play. Polecats try next to the post.
Ryan Smith, it was.
Great vision there. UTS Tigers defensive line certainly went to sleep there and let the Polecats player scoot right there below.
UTS the side opened up like the Sydney Heads then. That was a massive gap.
Well, so yeah, definitely banging on the back of a couple of penalties there. The Polecats were able to get the ascendancy there, and it costed UTS dearly.
They just fell asleep then, the UTS Tigers.
Good call for the strip too, Kingy. Great call for the strip, Kingy. Well done, great call.
Now with that try to Ryan Smith, that brings the score back to 16 points to 14 in favour of the UTS Tigers with a kick to come. And you dare think that he should convert this. Win behind his back, favoured right foot.
Biggest goalpost in the southern hemisphere, Macready Park. Hopefully he can slot it right between the uprights.
How could you miss? Don't want to jinx him.
They're not half small, are they? Lines it up. One step, two step.
He's got it. That brings the score now to 16 points all in this First Division Grand Final in the Tertiary Cup. UTS Tigers and Polecats. What a game.
Well, converted try each side since coming into the second half. It could be anybody's game. It's going to boil down to desire now, isn't it, coming into the final 10 minutes?
Stay behind.
Down it comes to the Polecats. Number 12, your man again, Greg Cranny. He's been strong in the second half here. Oh, double knock on.
Costly error there by Mr. Nick Jellick.
It's what they didn't want after scoring that try. Now they're back on the back foot once again. with 9 minutes to go.
Well, Nick Joe's been really reliable there for the Polecats thus far. He'll shake off from that. He'll learn from that. It was just a untimely error, but Polecats and the UTS Tigers, who's going to show who wants it more.
Well, he hasn't got too much time to think about it because there's only 9 minutes left, 16 points all, and UTS Tigers are going to be having the well, you should think the ball after this scrum is fed by Jake Boom and Selwyn. He passes it to, who's that? Ben Phillips. Selwyn into dummy half. Sends it on to his prop forward, Ryan Barton, who flicks it back out the back to Selwyn. Some enterprising play here for the UTS Tigers, and they've gone close there on the left-hand side. I can't see what's going on in front of us there.
We got it.
Referee's called play on, and I don't
Polecats ball.
Couldn't see what was happening there. We had a few people standing up there on the sideline, and unfortunately we missed that play, but nevertheless Polecats have the ball.
Now calling it 8 minutes early, but could this result in the first Tertiary League Golden Point Grand Final?
Oh, you never know. It's going down to the wire. That's a strong run there by the Polecats.
Well, both teams, you got to look at body language for both teams. Polecats are trying to, you're still reeling from their lesson that they learned from losing in the grand final last year. They know that the game goes for a full 80 minutes, not to give up to that final whistle. UTS Tigers trying to build on the momentum that their reserve grade team have laid out before them, and try to get there and being the minor premiers, trying to win the 2-2. They want to be the minor premiers and the premiers.
Last tackle, ball goes up in the air from John Norford. Unfavourable bounce.
Norfolk pushing forward, picks it up, try time!
To try.
UTS defensive line went to sleep.
Norford goes over, try. Another unfavourable bounce for the UTS Tigers. Sees Shannon Norford from the Norwest Polecats go over and score.
What a defensive blunder there by the UTS Tigers, letting a ball bounce on an up and under. Should take that on the full. Every day of the week they have that drilled in them since under 10s. Take that on the full. Don't let the ball bounce, especially in a crucial part of the game.
Well, that's the second time they've allowed that, and twice the Polecats have gone over and scored.
Conversion to come. 20 metres out.
This is a very important kick here, which will send the score out to 6
Well,
points.
if you notice as well, the swirling wind has started to die down a little bit, so you don't need to put as much of a oomph behind it. Swirling breeze should keep it. If it kicks it sweetly, it should go straight between the posts. No,
he's missed it. I'll give you a tip that my ex-wife used to tell me, and she was always right. Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Winners are grinners, losers make excuses.
That's exactly right. Now, let's get back to the game. 16 points to 20 in favour. Well, Polecats are winning this game by 4 points with, 5 minutes to go.
Because the Begsy takes it up to the UTS defensive line.
Very important that the Polecats side hang on to this ball and do not create any errors.
Well, it's good to see the outside backs there just coming in to help out. Shannon Norford taking a nice little scoot out of dummy up there, giving his forwards a big chance to breathe, because we're really going to be counting these big fellas to push up and get through the defensive line into this final stage of the game. And Begsy again.
He's hurt. Shell, that's 4. He's back. 4, go 4.
We'll go commitment there by Begsy. Really put himself on the line.
Side.
Quite right, thanks, Sam. Quite right.
Todd Walsh puts it downstairs, puts it to sideline, 40, 20 foot. Well, a lot of dubious calls there by the sideline. Did the UTS Tigers player put his foot on the sideline? Unfortunately, no. The referees, the touch judges made their decision, and we have to move on. And the Tigers move it to the middle of the field. Where do they go from here? Well, Luke Kelly, in his 45th year of senior football, comes out to try and make an impact and bring the UTS Tigers home.
Jake Byrne in at dummy half. Fires the ball back onto Matt Waugh. Promotes it. He's lost it.
Lost ball by the Tigers.
Wadden's lost it.
Referee's made the call. Strip ball. Well, this could be costly for the Polecats. Really giving the...
Inside the 10 is the call.
Oh.
Offside.
Offside.
So is that inside the 10 or offside? Yeah. Okay. Back to this game. Just over 3 minutes to go. Scores 20 points to 16 in front of the Polecat side. They've lost the ball. Turned it over.
Oh, great dominating taker there by the Polecats. Costly area by the Tigers.
Zero
in
tackle
position.
ball by referee Peter Anton.
Shannon Norford, great scoot out of Damien. Shannon Norford, great yards, pushes forward.
Strong run there.
He's not an Australian representative for nothing, Shannon Norford. Great asset to the Polecat team. Nate Vanderpoel. Go forward. Great scoot dummy half.
Oh,
yards, lost the ball, one-on-one strip. Tigers have got the ball. Scooting up the field.
One-on-one strip by Sam Seaton. Jake Byrne in at dummy half. Jinking, probing.
Asking questions of the
He's still
Polecats.
got the ball. He's still going. Fires it out to his winger and it's out into touch. Now what's he going to do here? The referee. No.
Out by the Tigers.
The Tigers players were demonstrating about something, but
Polecats loose head and feet.
Referee Peter Anton didn't want a bar of that, and he's going to pack down a scrum with loose head and feet to the Polecat side. 2 minutes 15. Thank you, Doug Keane. Time off call by referee Peter Anton. Time back on now, call by Peter Anton.
Well, it's up to the Polecats now to work themselves out of this. Just no silly errors. Just work to the kick. Work to the sixth tackle. Push the kick down the field.
Sorry? Yes, they're going to get one more opportunity here. Mistake-free football here by the Polecat side is what's needed. And I can guarantee you, if they happen to win this grand final, this place will erupt behind me.
This game, it's a full 80-minute match, and it could be anybody's game. Nobody's going to give up till the final siren gives.
I can't believe the amount of women that are here.
With chick stick football players.
Oh, he's tried to fling one out the back. No, he's knocked it on.
Well, a costly handover there by the Polecats. Should have gone to the ground, just accepted the tackle. Unfortunately, the bumbling error by the winger, Benny Carter.
They didn't need that. They didn't need that.
Could be costly. Well, it's time to defense up, boys. Man up, one-on-one.
Time called off. Silly pass there. Tried.
Well, last throw of the dice here by the UTS Tigers. What options are there available?
They're right on halfway, just about 45 metres out with Jake Byrne to feed the scrum. Now Selwyn, their big playmaker, has been really quiet this half. Apart from dropping the ball over the line, I think it's dented his confidence.
Well, 50 now. Under a minute now left in this grand final of the first grade New South Wales Tertiary Rugby League. Polecats UTS. UTS coming forward, trying to level the game.
Tackle 2. This is going to be an interesting passage of play here. It's the last throw of the dice here.
30 seconds to go. Who's going to take it? Who
Jake Byrne fires that out to Newen. Newen's through the gap and gets tackled. He's dropped it. He's lost the ball then. Knock on.
UTS Tigers have dropped the ball.
Peter
15
Anton.
seconds to go. Giving over possession to the
14
Tigers.
seconds to go. I dare say that's the end of the game.
7, 6, 5.
Playing down the clock. Ref stopped it. The ref stopped it.
4 seconds to go, and they'll be looking to kill this. And I can guarantee you this place will erupt. What a great game. They've won the scrum. 3 seconds to go. They've kicked it out.
Where's the siren? Would have cracked the squad.
And that's full time. 20 points to 16. The 2012 First Division New South Wales Tertiary Cup winners are the Norwest Polecats, and that must make you happy, Ray.
Well, yeah, it's good for the game in general. The Polecats bouncing back from last year's Premiership defeat and getting the chocolates today. And a big congratulations to Coach Pato and President Rob Wiesbach for all their hard work. And good to see them get the job done.
Oh, without a doubt, they did well because they lost the semi-final against the UTS Tigers, and to come back and win this is you know, a lot of hard work. You can see it's gone into not only their side but both sides, and they'll be feeling pretty happy after losing it last year.
Well, the UTS Tigers going in at $1.58 favourites to win the game today. Yeah, on Sportsbet, the Polecats boys have come out and got the chocolate, so it just shows a bit of commitment and passion and getting, you know, and the rub of the green and the bounce. As you saw, there were a couple of poor decisions there by the Tigers. The Polecats are holding the trophy.
Yeah, well, look, mate, sounds like you've had a fair bit on the Polecats. I'm done for today. Your shout, let's go.
All right, and congratulations, and well in Polecats.
Fantastic. Thanks for joining me today, mate, and congratulations to your Polecats.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it always is. Have your attention, please. All those players come over here. That's what I'm saying. Just keep it apart. As I said in the presentations for the reserve grade, these two clubs have been clashing. Very close games all year. And today, the first grade again, was no exception. These two clubs have been rivals for quite a number of years now, and the honours have been shared over the past few years. Firstly, I'd like the referees to come up here and receive their medals for our game today. Referees. Go refs, let's go, coaches. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Interchange. 14 points. First reserve, second reserve. He's first reserve. Let's go. Going down. As you are aware, we have a couple of awards. The highest point scorer during the season was won by Dave Turner from the ANU club in Canberra. And the best and fairest player in first grade, which was voted on by all the referees during the season, was Ryan Smith from the Polecats. Quick picture. You'll be back next year. We're going to see you on the ground next year. Probably not, I don't know. Always looking for refs and touches, mate. We only got you once. Let us know when you want to start. It's true competitors, and thanks for everything. Thanks to everyone that come out as well. Yeah, thanks a lot. Most of these clubs, as I said, were competitive all year, and they, at the end of the season, as far as the club championship is concerned, they debuted. So I'd like Alex to come forward and Rob from Polecats to receive the championship trophy. Rob, he's back or he's back. I'd like to call upon Tasman Tourism New South Wales Rugby League to present the medallions to the runners-up UTS.
John, sorry everybody, we've got a special award today for someone that's been involved with tertiary rugby league for quite some time. A lot of the players here weren't born when he started playing footy, but John McMahon, a lot of people may not know the younger generation of John, but former Parramatta and fellow hooker. And 13 years of involvement consecutively at tertiary rugby league level in New South Wales. So that is an achievement in itself, and I'd like everybody to put their hands together for John McMahon.
Thank you, Macca.
We got the runners up to come up now, thanks. Yes, let's go boys, come on.
Something inside it, maybe, I don't know.
Oh, the runners up here. Look at where's the coaches? Trainer? No.
Up there. Get one.
The captain of UTS, Sam, here to respond. If you've never seen a grown man cry, you come down to the grand final of football and you see a handful. And unfortunately, there's always a losing team. And Polecats have been the benchmark for a number of years and gone on a journey to try and take that throne, but unfortunately we couldn't do it today. I'd just like to thank all the boys. We've had a really great year, and it's backed up by the great support we've got in the coaches and the trainers. So congratulations to you boys. So that's probably the toughest game we'll ever play. So thanks a lot. Thanks to everyone who's come out. All the Polecat players come forward, please, to receive their medals. Lead it out, buddy. Come on, boys, let's go. Can we have some of the captains of Polecats to come up and receive the trophy as material?
Hold that thunder up! Hey Terry.
Get it up, buddy!
I said hold it up, buddy!
We only got over once, so thanks boys, it was a good year. You really did well. I know the Phillip were there last year, and the boys were there the year before. So commiserations fellas, next year's another year. Polecats, fuck yeah. I just want to thank Rob. You know, without Rob, the club wouldn't really be here. Puts in a lot of effort, a lot of time. Thanks, mate. Thank you.
Okay, the next thing is the best player on the field today. That'll be done again by Terry from Rugby League Review. The official man of the match goes to Norwest Polecats fullback Shannon Walker. Tony, put on a bit of weight, you kill him. I've been there all year, UTS, done deep all year, I'm lucky to come home to win today. The boys, good game, get on it. Shannon is one of 5 players that was on the field today that's representing New South Wales against Queensland on October the 6th at the stadium at St Mary's. It's great that we have players from our competition that are going to represent New South Wales and a chance to get selected in the Australian side that's going away to the World Cup to England next June. So congratulations to those boys who've been selected, and you saw what their effort was today. It was great to see to do their job today, and it's great for Shannon to be able to win man of the match. Thank you. Everybody, thank you very much for your attendance. I'm sure you enjoyed the game like everybody who participated in the club, supporters. It's a great competition. I suppose being in it for 30 years, I'd have to be. I'm still enjoying it. I was involved many years ago, and I enjoyed being part of it, and I'm still enjoying it. So, thanks very much, everybody. Ready? Ready? With my dick in my head, I'm a mean motherfucker, I'm a Polecat man. 3, 5, fuck, you will go to, I'm a Polecat man. Who the fuck are you?
Welcome to the 2012 first grade grand final. Tonight,
That's a bit forward.
We're here today at Macready Park to watch the Norwest Polecats take on UTS in second grade.
hey, I'm interviewing you.
All right, we'll go.
Joseph, what's your name, mate?
Second grade coach to
If you're not Chris Dunn, St Mary's Junior. What about your name?
Richard Tarsi, Holland Thai
They just keep on walking towards the camera.
Norfolk, brother of John Norfolk, like that.
Game off, that's it.
camera.
Please go. Yeah. Alright, Pete Weston, Kings Coast Pims.
That's a walk, again.
But you understand